Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to get into a really powerful grammar tool that can take your English from good to, well, to great. We're going to level up your sentences with something called paired conjunctions. So let me just start with a question for you. Do you ever feel like your sentences are just a little too simple? Maybe a bit repetitive? Are you looking for a way to make your English sound richer, more expressive, and honestly, a lot more sophisticated? If you're nodding along, then you are in exactly the right place. The solution we're talking about? Paired conjunctions. Think of them as these fantastic little word teams that work together to connect different parts of your sentences. They help you build longer, more interesting sentences, and this is the best part, avoid that feeling of saying the same thing over and over again. Okay, let's dive right in with our first set of pairs. These guys are all about adding emphasis, making what you say sound way stronger and a whole lot more confident. First up, we've got both and. So instead of two separate sentences like, she was nervous to start her new job, she was excited to start her new job, we can put them together. Using both and, it becomes, she was both nervous and excited to start her new job. You hear that? We've combined two totally different feelings into one smooth, complex sentence. It just flows so much better. And this, right here, gets to the heart of why this is so cool. You're not just smashing two ideas together. You're adding emphasis, you're making your point more powerful, and you're creating a sentence that just sounds, well, a lot more educated. Let's see it in action one more time, just to lock it in. The simple way is, he bought flowers, he bought chocolate. Fine, but kind of boring. But by using both and, we get, he bought both flowers and chocolate. It really emphasizes that he did two things, not just one, giving the whole action a lot more weight. Okay, now let's move on to not only, but also. This pair really takes emphasis to the next level. Imagine you're describing a movie. Instead of saying, the movie is visually stunning, the movie is emotionally moving, you can say this. The movie is not only visually stunning, but also emotionally moving. That little structure tells your listener, hey, this second point is an awesome bonus on top of the first one. And that right there is the big idea. When you use a structure like not only, but also, you're creating a much richer sentence. It adds this layer of sophistication that, let's be honest, just makes you sound smarter when you're writing and speaking. All right, next up, let's look at how these pairs can help us talk about different options and choices with amazing clarity. Okay, so here we have either or. This is your go-to for presenting two clear options. Instead of saying, you can come with us for the weekend, you can stay here, you get this one elegant sentence. You can either come with us for the weekend or stay here. Bam! The choice is laid out perfectly. And here's another great example, maybe from a business meeting. A manager might say, we need to increase revenue, we need to decrease expenses. With either or, it becomes a really clear, decisive statement. We need to either increase revenue or decrease expenses to stay in business. The choice is crystal clear. One of these two things has to happen. Okay, quick heads up on this next one. For our next pair, neither/nor. There is one critical rule you have to remember. It is only for connecting two negative alternatives. This one can be a little tricky, so let's pay close attention here. See how this works? We take two sentences that have the word not in them, like she is not tall, she is not short, and we combine them. Using neither nor, we get she is neither tall nor short. She is average height. The magic here is that the final sentence is actually grammatically positive. There's no not in it, but it carries that negative meaning for both options. It's pretty cool. This is such a classic example. You hear it all the time. Instead of saying, I cannot confirm the rumor, I cannot deny the rumor, an official will use this super professional and concise phrasing. I can neither confirm nor deny the rumor. It's just a masterclass in how to use this pair effectively. All right, let's shift gears a bit. Now we're going to explore some pairs that are absolutely brilliant for connecting events, showing everything from cause and effect to timing and uncertainty. First up here is whether or. This is perfect for when you're expressing uncertainty. So instead of, I haven't decided to go to the beach, I haven't decided to go to the mountains, you can just combine them. I haven't decided whether to go to the beach or to the mountains. It just clearly communicates that you're still weighing your options. Now, so that is fantastic for showing a really clear result. Check this out. You have two facts. It was very hot last night. I couldn't sleep last night. We can connect them with so that to say, it was so hot last night that I couldn't sleep. This is so much stronger than just saying, so I couldn't sleep. That so that structure emphasizes the intensity of the cause. The heat directly caused the lack of sleep. And now, for what our source material calls the most challenging pair of them all, no sooner / than. You use this one to describe two things that happen back to back. I mean, one right after the other in rapid succession. Now, the structure is a bit tricky, I'll admit, because it uses something called an inversion. The verb had actually comes before the subject, which feels a little weird. But don't worry, if you just break it down into these 4 simple steps, it makes it so much easier to get it right every time. So let's see how this all comes together. The simple version is, I had sat down to eat, the phone rang. Okay? But using our new fancy structure, it becomes, no sooner had I sat down to eat than the phone rang. This just perfectly captures that feeling of one thing happening the very instant the other one finished. So, after all that, let's do a super quick recap. I want you to think of this as putting all these powerful new tools neatly into your English grammar toolkit, ready for you to pull out and use whenever you want. And here they are, all in one place. We've gone from the simple emphasis of both and, all the way to the advanced timing of no sooner than. Each one of these has a really specific job, and learning to use them gives you incredible flexibility and power in how you express your ideas. So, what's the most important thing now? Well, it's actually using them. Knowing this stuff is great, but practice is everything. So take another look at this list and just think, which one of these powerful pairs are you going to use first to elevate your communication and really make your English sound that much richer?